Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of the M&M podcast. I hope everyone has been having a good week, getting their workouts in, getting their lifts in. It's been a little bit of an odd week for me, for sure. The first half of this week was a little bit crazy. I spent the first half of this week just kind of airing out a lot of toxic energy in my life, which I know we've all been there, and it's always pretty exhausting and a little disappointing, but sometimes people just end up disappointing you and you just have to come to terms with that. I had my birthday on Tuesday, and quite frankly, not the best, but you know, it's another day above ground, so I can't really complain too much about it. I've been browsing a lot of houses and apartments here in Austin, but then also in Colorado and in Utah, looking for places to move. So I'm looking to move here in the next couple of weeks, so that's exciting. And then the second half of this week, been preparing for a weightlifting competition. My gym is hosting a meet this week right here in Austin, Texas, held in conjunction with some other events going on there. So there's gonna be strongman, CrossFit, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I think they even have arm wrestling, and then also an MMA fight, and I believe they've got like a UFC fighter making an appearance, so it should be pretty cool. I'm excited about it. My gym is hosting the weightlifting portion, and I actually plan on doing a vlog of the whole thing, so I'll take you through the ins and outs of an Olympic weightlifting competition. And so keep an eye out for that vlog. I can't speak today. That vlog sometime next week, probably on Tuesday. And this is your reminder to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep seeing content. Today though, we will be talking about 5 things that are essential for anyone looking to start a better lifestyle or help maintain a fitter and healthier life. These are very important things if you are just starting out, and even more so if you are kind of a gym veteran and looking to maintain your progress and always keep moving forward. It took me a while to start doing these things and prioritize these things when I started training, and I feel like I would have seen a lot more progress sooner and a lot faster if I had not waited, you know, a year or two in to start prioritizing these things. So we'll go over that and we'll dive right into it. All right, so number 1, we all know that food is essential, but especially here in the United States and North America, we don't necessarily prioritize healthy foods. You know, fast food is really big. There's not a whole lot of easily accessible healthy food unless you go to the grocery store and you buy healthy, good food there. Like everyone else, I love comfort food. You know, I'm a huge sweet tooth. I love chocolate. I love fried chicken. I love tacos, but I cannot eat those things every day if I want to reach my goals as an athlete. The very first thing that you need to do if you want to start being dedicated to fitness and a healthier lifestyle is develop a healthy relationship with nutrition and with food. So I'm not saying you have to cut out carbs or cut out your favorite meals or your cheat meals or anything like that, but ultimately food is fuel for your body, and the higher quality food that you take in, the better energy that you will get out. It's input versus output. So you put high quality food in, you will get quality energy out of your body. The less amount of processed foods that you eat, you will feel better. I think that one of the main issues is with people trying to get into shape is they start viewing food as the enemy, which is not the case. You know, food is not your enemy. You don't just need to eat less in order to lose weight. It's all about eating the right things in order to fuel your goals, to work towards your goal. So I can't obviously give you a breakdown of nutrition for, you know, whatever sport you're in. You know, it's going to differ. If you're training for a strength sport, you're going to want, you know, to be eating more, higher protein, versus if you're trying to lose weight, you're going to have to be in a caloric deficit. So, you know, the science of whatever diet you actually need to be on, depending on your goals, it depends on what you're working on. There's not a cookie cutter fits all portion for nutrition, unfortunately. It would be a lot easier if there was. So depending on your goals, you know, you may need to make certain adjustments with your food intake and your diet, but even without counting calories or your macros or whatever, you can still make progress. You know, I eat mostly intuitively unless I'm training for a competition, in which case I start tracking my macros, but I just try to steer clear of processed foods, and ultimately I still feel pretty good and I'm still able to eat what I want in moderation. And when I started out, I did not have quality eating habits at all. You know, I started to think, you know, I should eat less because then I'll lose weight faster because I'm burning all these calories. If I eat less, then I'll burn more calories and I'll lose weight faster. But that actually slowed my metabolism down. And I met with a nutritionist a few years ago to talk about, you know, what can I do to work towards my goals as a strength athlete. And I found out I was way under eating. So I started eating more, and immediately my metabolism started working better, and I actually lost weight as I ate more. And I train in a weight class sport, so weightlifting is a weight class sport. And prior to this change, I had a lot of trouble making weight for my division. I was, you know, sweating out water weight 2 or 3 days before, but now I don't even have to worry about it. I can eat whatever I want leading up to the competition, and I'm fine. I haven't missed a weigh-in at all or even had trouble with it, really. So you know, you can follow a very strict diet and make progress, but you can also just make smart choices with your food. But the most important thing is having a healthy relationship with the food that you're eating. It is not the enemy. Even the food that's viewed as bad is not your enemy. You know, you can eat a piece of cake or you can order a pizza. It's just you can't do that every single day if you expect to make progress with your fitness. So the ultimate factor is that the food that you eat directly impacts your recovery, your muscle building process, and your energy levels. If you want to feel good in your own body, developing a healthy relationship with your nutrition is a must. Whether you are a brand new gym goer or a lifting veteran, you know, it doesn't really matter. Regardless of where you're at in your fitness journey, food is the fuel for your journey. And that's all I'll say on that. You know, maybe we'll dive into a little bit more specific nutrition stuff for certain sports in another video, but again, that's really hard because every sport has a little bit of a different need to fill when it comes to nutrition. So it's hard to break that down individually unless, you know, I'm talking specifically to one person about their goals and all of that. And I'm not a nutritionist, but I do know what's worked for me and what's worked for other strength athletes. So I can speak from experience that obviously eating healthy food is going to help you feel better. And then moving on to the second thing that you need to prioritize is sleep. So there are so many studies that correlate healthy sleeping patterns with better muscle recovery and weight loss. On average, you should be getting obviously 7 to 8 hours of sleep. That's kind of the national average of what you're expected to be getting. And it's best to have a consistent wake up and going to bed schedule, maintain those circadian rhythms. That way you'll feel more energized for your day and you'll feel more recovered from whatever activities and work that you did the day before. The better rested you are, the more motivated you will be. And if you're more motivated, you're more likely to stay consistent. A great deal of the population is sleep deprived, and in your fitness journey, sleep is a non-negotiable. If you don't get enough sleep, you will fatigue faster during exercise, you will not feel as recovered as you could be, and your endurance during exercise could be affected as well. Sleep is ultimately a restorative state. So your mind rests, your body rests, your muscles rebuild during, you know, the sleeping process. So be sure that if you're wanting to feel better in your body on a daily basis, that you are getting enough of it. You know, if you sleep 2 hours a night or 3 hours, 4 hours, and then try to go to the gym at 5 in the morning the next day, odds are you're probably not going to feel very good. So prioritize your sleep. You'll feel better. And this isn't even just like a workout thing. Like, this will help you just feel better in life. You know, you won't struggle to wake up to go to work or do whatever it is you have to do that day. You'll just overall feel better and more rested, which honestly I think is good. I need to get more sleep. I'm not good about sleeping. I'll stay up late and then I'll get up early and then I'm tired and I wonder why. So I need to take my own advice. And then our third non-negotiable, moving on, is stretching and mobility. It doesn't matter what kind of exercise that you do really, or that you're partaking in, but you should be stretching or foam rolling, doing yoga, anything that really loosens up your muscles. This is another thing that will help with your recovery, and trust me, you will feel so much better after just 20 minutes of mobility work. This will also help to prevent injuries. Like if you're training super intensely and you're not stretching, you are definitely at a higher risk of injuring yourself or tearing something. You know, tight muscles are definitely at more risk of an injury than a mobile, stretched, recovered muscle. So if you are in a training setting where you have to do squats, deadlifts, overhead movements, any kind of range of motion and comfortable mobility is essential. And while any movement is better than no movement, mobility work will help you create quality movement. And quality movement is by far the best, you know. But it takes practice, it takes effort, it takes work to get to that point. In my personal experience too, I am often much more relaxed after I do my recovery work, you know, my mobility, my stretching. And they don't even have to be really intense stretches. You know, you can foam roll for 5 to 10 minutes. You can stretch for 20 minutes. What I'll do is if, you know, I end up watching a show in the evening, I'll do my stretches during the show. I don't really watch a whole lot of TV, but for example, if you watch TV in the evening after you're done with work, you can do your stretches during that instead of just sitting on the couch. If you have a sedentary job too, you could be stretching on your lunch break, and odds are you'll feel a little better after you do just a little bit of stretching. It improves recovery, it improves focus, and just general comfort in your own body. Like if I'm super tight and I need to stretch, I can definitely tell. It should definitely be a priority in this lifestyle that you're trying to build. Moving on to number 4, you have to stay hydrated. Any nutrition expert will tell you inadequate water intake will leave you feeling super sluggish, super lethargic, and not motivated. And I know that if I'm dehydrated, I get really awful migraines, and I know other people do too. So water is obviously an essential item for your body to have for life. You're 60% made of water, and if you're living an active lifestyle, odds are you're sweating, so you have to replace the water that you're sweating out, and you have to drink a lot more. So signs that you aren't drinking enough water include some of the things that I've mentioned a little bit already, so like headaches and lethargy, but also lack of concentration. You can have mood swings, constipation, increased soreness. Some of the things that you can easily do to help make sure that you are taking in enough water is making it easily accessible. So if you don't have an emotional support water bottle, you should definitely get one. I have one. It's over on my nightstand right now, and I try to drink, it's a liter water bottle. I try to drink at least 3 of those every single day. You can keep a water glass by your bed, and that way when you go to sleep, you just chug a glass of water, and you'll probably feel better when you wake up in the morning. So I know it's hard sometimes, especially if you're busy during the day with work or whatever it is you're doing, but just carry water with you. That way it's not as difficult. If you don't remember to drink water, set a reminder on your phone, a recurring reminder, like every hour, be like, oh, I gotta drink water. And just having it easily accessible, you will likely drink more water. 3 liters is a good amount of water to be drinking. And there are studies that have been done that definitely correlate better hydration to better progress in things like weight loss and muscle recovery. So good hydration will definitely help you. You can never drink too much water. I mean, you'd have to work really hard to drink too much water. So just keep drinking water, even more so than you think you need. But that will bring us to our final non-negotiable today, and that is consistency. There are so many benefits to just keeping a consistent exercise routine and a consistent habit of being outside, being active, doing things that get you up, get you moving. Staying consistent in the gym will actually prevent a lot of soreness, rather than, you know, if you work out once and then take some time off and then go back in, work out really intensely, you're gonna feel really sore. But if your body becomes used to the activity and can handle the stress better with consistent training, you're not gonna feel as sore as you would if you just did it once a week, every week. So, and if you are on a weight loss, I can't speak today, sorry guys. If you are on a weight loss journey, consistency is one of the most important things. So what discourages a lot of people is that results are not often seen right away or not in the time frame that is expected. So people will lose motivation and slowly become less and less interested in training. They won't be consistent. They'll come less and less until they fall back into their old habits and lose whatever progress they made. There's an old saying that it will take 4 weeks of consistent work for you to notice a difference in yourself, and 6 to 8 weeks for others to see that difference as well. If it was easy, then everyone would be fit, everyone would be doing it. You know, it takes years to build the physique of your dreams. I'm still trying. I've been training for 8 years and I'm still trying to get the physique of my dreams. And it always changes. Like, your goals will continuously change. So your consistency needs to stay the same. So as your goals change, just stay consistent. Get in the gym, do your program, do your workouts. I promise you that you won't regret it. You will feel better, you will be more confident, you will have more energy, and odds are your self-esteem will improve as well. So if you're just starting out, or if you have been in the gym for a while, these are 5 things that you should do, but ultimately consistency will be the most important one. Consistency leads to everything. So, you know, sleep, hydration, stretching, mobility, nutrition, those are all things that you can control, but consistency, you can also control that, and that's going to be the most important thing, because that's going to dictate whether or not you succeed in the end or don't. So take that going forward. Think about how you can apply those things to your program, your fitness. If you're not working out right now, definitely consider. There's so many health benefits that come to just being active and being in the gym. There's a wonderful community there. I found so many people that I genuinely care about and love from just going to the gym. So that's all I have for you today. You know, thank you for listening. I hope to see you in the next week, where I plan on talking a little bit more about self-confidence, self-respect, and kind of how to recognize toxicity in your life, and I hope to see you there. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Any support helps. We're trying to grow. We're very small right now, but you know, I would like to share my love of fitness with a lot more people. So if you enjoyed this episode today, like and subscribe, share the video, whatever you feel like doing. Leave a comment down below too, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.